Anyway, I'll leave the pauses. I have to move that. And so it's good to see you all. My name is Graham. John and Lisa been looking after me, and we were out last night and we go straight to the kids' prison up in Medway, the secure training centre in Rochester. So I visit that about twice a year. My ministry is in Teesside. I live in Middlesbrough, as I said, and I visit the prisons in the area. And you'll understand why in a minute, why it's such an amazing event of me going back to jail, because of spending so long in jail and thinking about every day what I was going to do when I got out. And now I spend every day thinking about what I'm going to do when I get in. And I've been known to knock on prison walls so that they're in and might come out one time. But I brought some stuff with me, some books and DVDs outside if you want to buy any this morning. If you've got no money, please take one. I don't want you to leave without getting anything from me. But if you've got no money, then please don't go without getting a book or a DVD. And because I'd be blessed if you had one of them. If you can afford one, they're 40 quid each. No, if you can afford one, please get one, but if you can't, then just get one. And let them know you took one, man, because there'll be a few people on the door outside watching it, shocky squad. But my main ministry really is to people who have lost hope. And you know, there's a group called UB40, and they sing a song called 1 in 10. And part of them lyrics says, another teenage suicide on the street that has no dreams, and no hope, and no goals. And I lived on that street, that was where I was born, on a street with no dreams and no goals. And I've come across some really great quotes in my time, and one of them that stuck with me, it talks about my scars. I've got scars on my face and on my body, but you could have scars on your heart. I think the scars on my heart are a bigger problem than the scars that you can see. But it says this, your scars are only there to remind you where you've been. They don't need to be able to dictate where you're going. And I heard a story about a famous artist once who went back to his own town, and he got back and he was walking past the charity shop. And in the window of the charity shop was one of this artist's first works, first things he'd ever painted. And it was all faded, and the frame was broken, and there were a few marks on the painting. And it was his painting, and he wanted it back. And so he couldn't just go in and say, by the way, I painted that on the back. He had to go and buy it. He went in and bought it, and took it home, and restored it to how it was when he first painted it. And that's what Jesus did to me. Yeah. And there's 18 people in this room today who he wants to do that to this morning. Jesus died on that cross, you know. I don't even know why I'm speaking. We should have just listened to that all morning and then did a call for salvation, because that is amazing worship. That. Amazing. Getting into the presence of God like that is amazing. And so, for me, I always start my story from about 9 years old to start understanding the few problems in my life. You know, where I lived on Ellery Green was the roughest council estate in Middlesbrough. And, you know, my best friend was Somalian. Me and him were more like brothers, and if I had a brother, we'd be very close. And we've been through all kinds together. And on this little estate, we had a great laugh, it was great fun. But then I started hearing things like we're moving. My granddad was in the Second World War and very strict, and my nana was a drinker. She would get drunk every day. And take prescribed medication and go to a mental institute, try to kill herself at times. And there was a real carry on in my house. But Nana, my Nana, was the closest thing I could ever imagine to that word love. L-O-V-E, 4 letters that we manipulate, we use for our own gain. But that word love, I didn't have anyone show me really what that was. But if it was true, if that word was real, it was there. And my Nana then lost me as I was growing up as a little boy. When I was about nearly 10, my granddad moved us. I hated him. I didn't understand why he moved. Until I got married, and I had children, and I moved, and I realised, because you know what, you never stop getting healed, you know. When you become a Christian, when you give your life today to Jesus, which you're going to, 18 years, when you do that today, it doesn't just go, oh, everything's really great now, look, oh, you're coming like the left to Salon about like this. You know, oh, look at the clouds, look at the sky. You're coming like this. You know, anyone who's seen that before? I don't. I've never watched it. 6 eggs in the morning, and milk over them. Go for a week and then throw. But seriously, I didn't want to move. We moved. And we moved to this like posh estate. It wasn't dead posh, but it was poshish. And I realised how posh it was when I noticed cars that tacked on. And that were non-existent in my street. You know, where I lived, you know, if you wanted a pizza, the police brought it to you. I wouldn't say we were poor, but my nan and granddad wanted a photograph, so we went through a red light one day. 2 weeks later, it was a strange place where we moved to. But the one thing I know now, but I didn't know then, what was making me angry, was jealousy. I was jealous of these people because they had mums and dads, brothers and sisters, and I was jealous. I wouldn't have told you that then. But I was jealous. But I was also at the hands of bullies. Bullies were bullying me verbally. And they had lots of ammunition. I got no dad. My mum got married and didn't come with us, which was another knock for me. But nevertheless, I had my nana, so what? You know, I hate the man she married, so I'll get him one day. But I was getting bullied. My man was getting picked up Monday and Friday, go to the mental institution. Adults who sorry about that. Adults who were meant to be mature were talking about me in the shop on 11. Oh, there's that scummy man. Keep away from him. Don't know about him being. Go away. Keep away from him. Ethel, come away. Sorry if your name's Tina Ethel. But anyway, I remember them adults saying that to me, and it's not good. You know, teachers saying you're thick, you were saying. You know, you can't read and write, you're thick. I wasn't thick. I was big, good looking, but I wasn't thick. But I got told these things by adults, and so the kids were like bullying me, until one day, the saddest thing for me is I found 2 friends. Then these became my friends. These were what helped me. I wish I hadn't found them, I promise you that. I really do. But this lad who was 4 years older than me on this estate, he came to like give me like with his mouth and pushed me a bit, so I hit him and he fell over and went off. The next day people were talking about to me, saying, do you want to come to the park and do you want to give him a footy, and And I thought, oh, it must be because of this. My granddad's always told me, in fact my granddad used to hit me with sticks when I'd go and cry because I'd been bullied. Get up there and give her that. That's what he used to say to me. And my mum would say, this is a big baby. Stop crying. She didn't live there. And she seemed to know everything about me. But we had these stairs, like houses have. Unless you're like me, you call a bungalow and you've got to go upstairs. Anyway, we had these stairs, which I cried on a lot. There was like a patch, it was all wet always. But I cried a lot on them stairs. Really, wondering who I am. I wonder who I am, I wonder where I'm from, I wonder who my dad is, I wonder this, I wonder that, I wonder when my mum's coming home, I wonder if my mum's going to come and see me. All kinds of things, crying as a little boy. You know, in the council estate, even though it was full, I used to cry myself to sleep. And my mum was a barmaid, I never seen her much, never ever seen her on a weekend, don't know where she went, never asked her to this day. But she disappeared on a weekend, and I used to cry myself anyway. This night I'm on the stairs and the police are at the door and the ambulance is there and people are running about my house screaming and my nana's laid on the floor and I mean you would get the salt water by the way you can't do this, I found this out, and try to pour salt water down the throat to make her sick. She swallowed a full bottle of tablets again and as far as I know she's died. I wake up the next morning and found out my nana's okay, but I can go and see her. She's having electric shock treatment. Don't worry, she'll be fine. She's had it before. She'll be just missing a few months. But in 2 weeks' time, we can go and see her. Now, I was desperate to see my nana, because she used to do something for me. Even though I didn't really believe it, she used to say to me in her voice, "Hello, son, I love you." And in here, with all the man leaving and not coming and no dad and moving and bullying, and it used to make me feel in here, all right for a little while. But after a bit, I just realised she's drunk, or she's too much like after medication. So I took no notice. I was desperate for her to tell me, after 2 weeks, that she loved me. And when I got to the hospital, she said, "Who are you?" Now I didn't wait around for the consultant to say, "By the way, Gran, she doesn't know anyone at the moment, but she will, just give her time." I didn't give her time for anyone to say that I ran away. And that night, I went and got my mate Tony, and we sat on these steps and he went. And I made a decision that night that I was never ever going to let anyone make me cry again. I'd had enough of it. I was 12 years old, but never going to cry for no one again. So to do that, I've got to become very selfish, not care about people, not care about my nana, not think about my mum, not wonder why I haven't got a dad, but just to get rid of it all. You know, it never leaves, does it? You just put a mask on, you know. And that was it. But me and Tony joined these skinheads in Middlesbrough. These skinheads were in anarchy. And me and Tony were involved with them for 4 years. And we brought into warehouses and fought with all the men, and sniffed glue, and drank, and magic mushrooms, and the police were at my house constantly. I didn't care what was happening to my house. I didn't care no more. But I'm 15 as a man died and I'm getting the blame for it and I don't care. I'm serious, I didn't care. I just thought, poor Gran. You know, it's all their fault. This wouldn't have happened to me. It was always someone else's fault but mine. By the time I was 16, I'm back in jail, back in the cells. Then I get sentenced. I go to a detention centre for 4 months. And the detention centre was like hell. It was a very, very, very nasty place. You know, people have been there. It was a very, very nasty place to be. And I got out of there, but you know what? It was meant to be a quick, sharp shock. And when I got out, I was angrier than when I went in, because these men, again adults, were bullies, big bullies, 20 of them coming and kicking their head in. I was angry. And then to make it worse, I got out of prison. 2 weeks later, my granddad dies. All my family saying it's your fault. He's had an heart attack, and he got it because he got high blood pressure. And you started getting in trouble with the police, and you got the police at the door, and he's having an interview with you. And guess what? I didn't care. I'm being honest with you. I'm not proud of this. I didn't care. I'm not crying. I did all that when I was 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. I'm not doing it again. Not because I'm some hard man. It's just that I don't want to. Thank you. I'm happy with being back. Because at least I know where I stand in my heart. And so I didn't want to know. And I got the blame. So I just, instead of saying, "Nana, I'm sorry, your husband's dead, my granddad, mum, your dad's dead, your uncle, your dad's dead," I ran away. Been in jail now, I'm homeless. I'm wondering what to do, so I'm with Tony in a place called Over the Border, St. Hilda's in Middlesbrough. It was the first Middlesbrough before they built the new Middlesbrough. And the train on the track and the station separates old Middlesbrough, the new Middlesbrough. And I was in this pub with these lads and me and Tony. And these lads come in all in tracksuits and caps on, and they're all come in and they're all buzzing. And they come and sat with us and they were talking with us. My mate Tony, the Somalian lad, his brother was a pro boxer in Russia, and he was like quite an handy lad in our town. He was 8 years older than us. He was well known. And me and Tony get quite well known. And these lads come over and like, "How are you doing, Tony? Where's your musher?" and all that. And where's his been? And you know, we start talking to them. They start telling us where they've been and what they do, and how many of them there is of them. This is a football firm, and there's hundreds and hundreds of them. And they don't just go to matches to fight with other people who want to fight them, not just Joe Blogs. You know, a man walking down the street with his kid, you don't just get it in. There's arranged fights. Well, I was used to that now. I've been doing this since I was a kid. So I'm thinking, wow. And then they started telling us about the nightlife that went with it. You know, well, so-and-so's dad, he owns this pub, and we have a disco there on Monday night, and this lad, Tommy, owns a nightclub, and Billy owns a nightclub, and Thursday night we're in that nightclub, and Friday night we go to this nightclub, and on the Saturday there's a new nightclub opening called Blazers, and the Ballyfolton's place, and my eyes, Tony said, "Your eyes were like this," because of this big family and all this excitement, and then they said the words that had me. "Grandma, do you want to be with us?" And I was like, "Yeah." It was, "They want me. They want me to mug." I didn't call myself a mug then. I wouldn't have liked it if you had. I'm a mug. Yeah, I'm from an Indian mug. I'm a mug. Where we here. And I went with them. And for 4 months I tried to fit in. I didn't know what he did. They told me all he needed to get a diamond jumper and trainers. So I went and robbed Asda. I got a diamond jumper, a pair of tight jeans and a pair of Adidas kick. And I walked up and I thought, I'm the bee's knees. Yeah, no, that was the school play. I was the back end of the bee. Anyway, so I keep moving the parties. And I kept hearing all these lads with a feel of Bjorn Borg and Sergio Bikini and Alessi and Burberry, and I come in George. No disrespect, George. I come in George, and Adidas kick, and I stand out again. Good looking, but I'm alright, you know. So I think I've got to try and fit in this. And I start finding out how much things cost. You go and get stabbed with it with hammers and that, and you wear more than £700 clothes. How mad's that? And then they showed me things like they go to fashion shows, We go to fashion, yeah, we go and see what the latest fashion is. We want to beat them cockneys and them manx and the scousers. And I'm like, wow, sounds odd. But anyway, after 4 months, I went to Barstow. And when I was in Barstow, it was a new sentence that it was called 6 months to 2 year Barstow training. And I went there and I did 13 months. I was gym orderly, I was dead fit anyway like now. I was dead fit and I played rugby and box when I was younger. I was dead fit. And all I kept thinking about was these lads. We weren't thinking about me. I didn't realise till later on that no one writes to me until I'm getting out. No one comes and sees me to pack my garden and toilet. But these other lads are not interested really until you're getting out. You know, you're an asset to them. You know, you're a big idiot. That's what I thought. Now, I'm a big mug. Get loads of coffee with me, loads of chocolate and biscuits, not that much tea lights, not like that. But the thing is, I remember someone got that. Hobnobs, SAS, I remember biscuits, hobnobs. Anyway, so I got back with them. Then I started working for this guy who was selling counterfeit clothes, and all of a sudden I've got like money, lots of it coming in. I'm buying clothes and I'm selling counterfeit clothes for this man. And do you know what? I think I'm someone. I'm actually nobody. I've never been the artist in Middlesbrough, ever. I don't know when ever I thought I was, but I thought I'm someone. Look at me walking down Middlesbrough with me and my suit on a Saturday night in the gold, and I just thought, oh, look at me. And I realise now why I needed the muscles and the gold and the clothes. It's because in here, inside here, there was still that little boy crying on the stairs. But if I looked good, and I was with people, then I felt better. But you know when you go home on a night, and you're going to laugh at this, when I tell you, you hang your Lacoste tracksuit up on a coat hanger, put it in one of them sleeve things and put normal suits in, which I did, because it's my tracksuit. And you get into bed with your silk George O'Malley shorts on. The little boy wakes up again. And you start thinking, I'm lonely. What's this life got for me? And then you fall asleep, and the next day you put some on and go out, and it was the same thing every day. Until 1989, and I'm back in jail, and I'm thinking about the times I've been slashed. I got cut across the face, I've been hit over the head with a sword, I've had a bottle in both eyes with my front teeth, I lost my little finger, I've had my arm ripped open so bad that my muscle come out, and my arms once were pulled out the sockets. And I start thinking about that when I'm in jail, and I'm thinking about the armed police, and I'm thinking about the flats, my girlfriend, and I'm thinking about all the things that have gone on. I'm thinking there must be more to life than this. I didn't know that Jesus was there. My Nana told me about Jesus when I was little, but I thought she just had so much rum. She's been on the line back to a bit with Nana, singing one day at Town Sweet Jesus and the Old Cross, and on a Sunday was the day you didn't invite anyone. I mean, my Nana, everyone loved her, she was great fun. And I'll tell you one incident about her, you know, how fun she was. You never ever get anything my Nana cooked, ever. Because it always went wrong. But you find fights in the right pudding. She'd just forget. And I don't know about you guys down here, but up north, in Middlesbrough, we like mushy peas. I don't know whether it's a thing down here. No mushy peas. Mushy peas. North East caviar. We love mushy peas. And the ones we have are the best ones. And if you can get them quick, before anyone notices, they're good at the teachers with serving in the kids' time. But them hard ones, they're in a packet and you've got to leave them overnight. They're coming through tablets like that. They look like steroid tablets. So in the bathroom of most of my mates' houses, like mine, there's a blue cup and a pink cup. If you've got no money, there's a pint glass and a half glass. And your granddad's teeth are in one, and my nan's are in another. I don't mean like for a man, not a full set. You go in people's houses and teeth are looking at you. And you reminded me of that church in Romford I went to, it was full of teeth. It wasn't that good, we were all chattering at the back. So you chattering at the back, sorry. And I told you, didn't I? My accent, you got that joke, wasn't it? But my nana got the tablets mixed up. She put the salt tablets that go in the peas in the teeth. And the steroid tablets in the peas. So we had a million peas and salt the teeth. But she was, most of my mates loved her, thought she was great. But she, for me, was everything that word love was what I was aiming for. When she died when I was 20, I was at the funeral, and the coffin went through the curtain. I wanted to scream, "Nana, don't leave me." But I wouldn't, because I thought you were wimp in front of all these people. I didn't think when you cry you're getting healed or it shows strength. I just thought I'd be weak, I'd be a whip if I cried. And so that day I went and got into more trouble. But in 1989 I thought there must be something else in life. I didn't know, as I say, my nana told me about Jesus and I just thought she was drunk. But I got a plan, Graham's plan. And if there's anyone here who knows about your own plans, they don't usually work. If something goes wrong or it doesn't last. And my plan was to leave Middlesbrough, go and live in Wakefield, and that's what I did in 1990, went to live in Wakefield, got a job, worked at MI Stores Catalogue Fair, and one morning, 3 weeks after working there, from nowhere, I had a great time, I'm putting these boxes up, and this thought came into my mind, what are you doing this for, you idiot? You only get 100 quid a week, Monday to Friday. You used to get more than this in 10 minutes when you were selling clothes and working for the lads. What are you doing? So I started robbing the place. I used to make Visionaire watch sets. If you joined the catalogue in 1990, you got a free Visionaire watch set. So I started selling them. Take a bag full of selling in the pubs in Wakefield. And if you look at the back where our books and DVDs are, underneath there's a few sets left. And they're the same for its inflation. But someone said they got a Wakefield at Christmas. 1990 had a freeze in their watch set. I got the sack. Guess what I was deceived of was? I blamed them. I blamed them for me stealing. That's how deceived I was. I said, don't they know I was a criminal? All they did was set me up. Blaming them, it was me. But I blame anyone but me. What am I going to do now? So I worked on the doors. I worked on the nightclub doors called Rooftop Gardens. On New Year's Eve of 1990 to 91, my plan failed. I even became a policeman, and I went to jail. I went to army prison. I was in army prison for 2 years. I spent 13 months and a bit in that jail. And in that prison, I had a breakdown of positive, because where I used to go to the gym and get myself sorted out of the kitchen, get sorted out with the lads in the surgery, you need to eat, especially if you're training, and you need to be able to bargain and stuff, so you've got a few things going on, you get to know who's who. And instead of doing that, I sat myself in a cave, inside here, hearing voices in my mind, listening to them on my bed, could see things on a night, couldn't sleep because of all the things going on in my mind, about my nana, about my mum, I'd be hitting my stepdad and robbing him, and planning out robberies on my mum's works. All these things just kept going around. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat. I lost 5 stone. I wish I could do it now. I lost 5 stone in a day, in the 13 weeks. And I got out of there, but the only thing I thought was going to make me happy again was going back to Middlesbrough. And I got back to Middlesbrough and it was all the same. I went to see Tony. Tony was working still, and he had 2 children and his wife, and you know, he put me up a few times and I just let him down. You know, I just let him down, being drunk, and one night I smashed his wife's garden there, and I borrowed money off him all the time, and he got in trouble with her, and he had to tell me, brother, Graham, you know what, I can't bring no more at the house. So what? And I went. And I found a bench in Middlesbrough Town Centre, and this bench I decided to make my home. And it was in the red light district in Middlesbrough, a really rough street called Crayford, and I sat there drinking and drinking, and for the first year I just drank. I'd wake up during the night, I'd wake up during the day, I'd wake up with bus darkies, bus noses, people would come and laid into me with sticks, and people would put a pillow over my horse manure, and I didn't care anymore. They hated me, cut my own wrists, 3 o'clock in the morning, was found by the police, took to the hospital, found myself out, went back to this bench. And then I had a flat, so what I said to these girls and these lads on the street, you use my flat to do your tricks, and you can sleep there, but it'll cost you. Every time you buy some drugs, you'll have to buy me a bit. I started checking heroin smarts, started smoking crack again, still drinking vodka and white lightning and anything I can get my hands on. Snorting paracetamol, I don't know whether you've ever done that. Doesn't do that with you, just don't get a headache. I used to do all kinds. And then now, this story's getting good now, by the way. I hate that bastard. Them are the scars. But what happened, right, was one night in March of 1996, now I'm a tramp, and it's too long a story to tell you everything. But my friend who I grew up with couldn't understand what had happened. From being one of the smartest lads in the town to now a tramp, pulling and weeing myself with my bowels giving, I'm not eating, I'm down to 13 stone, and I'm skin and bone. I'm ill. I think the pain that I've got is just a withdrawal from heroin. I didn't realise that inside my liver's shutting down. But in March of 1996, nobody, even the other tramps, didn't sit with me. Sat on my own. I stunk. In fact, it was that bad. When I burned my leg and I was took to hospital, I was sock surgically removed. I don't know, 4 or 5 months. I thought I'd tell you that before I did it. I always do that on purpose. Just because I'm not having any for later. So I think my socks were even big. Anyway, anyway, I'm sat on this bench, and these men and women come to the street, which is a rough street, and they've got a message for everyone, for all the prostitutes and all the lads and for me. In fact, I'm the first one to speak to. This lad comes and sits next to me and says, "Hi, my name's Brian from Wigan." He said, "I want to tell you, I used to be an alcoholic, and Jesus loves you." And I chased him. I think I said, "Please leave me alone," in French. A week later, he come back with all his other ones, and they told me again, and I said, "Listen, mate, can I explain something? That word love that you're telling me about doesn't exist. It's man-made. I use that when I want to get something. You understand? Keep your mind on what I'm saying. I'm kids here. Or I want something from the man, I want to forgive me. Oh, I love you, man." And it seems to work because it's a manipulation, that word. So don't come and tell me that this man called Jesus, there was no such thing about, my nana used to sing about and tell me about her life. He loves me because there's no such word as love, there's no